Next year, inshallah, we will going to have like a specialized diploma, career diploma, for people who are working really in our main target, who are working in the media field, not people who are interested to work as a journalist, but we are trying to focus on people who are really journalists. They will be covering many academic background things, but in a very practical way as a training, and they will be mentored and monitored through over for example 1 year through their own work, how they are applying the new techniques, new trends, and the transparency, the code of ethics. We are going to focus on the international code of ethics. We are affiliated with the International Center for Journalists in Washington, D.C., and IGNet, International Journalism Network, and we are trying to apply their code of ethics until we can have ours to be applicable, inshallah. So we are trying to, otherwise we are trying to also to spread the awareness of journalism for people who are interested to be citizen journalists, and also for people who are really want to be more aware about what is journalism about, and what is journalism is going to help them as a readers or as their audience. We also try to provide the new trends and new ideas about the media. For example, one of the main topics we are discussing nowadays is the service media or the service journalism. We don't have it clear enough in Egypt. We don't have this kind of service provided. That's why we are going to provide as much as workshops as we can, starting from the next week in the National Library of Egypt in Giza. We will have a free workshop for people who are interested to have more knowledge about, practical knowledge about the service journalism, and how can they provide it.
Ms. Dalia, now the media has been developing, starting of course with the printed media, and then the radio, and then the television, and now the social media. Some people see this development as a positive thing, while others see it as negative, and people see it as both. Why negative? Because you can spread rumor in a second, and this would have a negative effect on what's going on in the country and on the way people are thinking and perceiving the events. But positive because people are learning how to be involved in what's going on as well. What's your take on this?
It's both. It's a dilemma. As you said, people who are thinking professionally about media and they are creating the theories of media cannot being away from the social media innovation and revolution nowadays. So they consider it one of the four main components of the media chart, which is the audience and the traditional media and social media, and of course the corporates or the news makers or whatever considered a source of news. So, but it is a great challenge for the newsrooms all over the world, not only in Egypt, because they are now competing with a multi endless sources that cannot be even clear enough for the newsroom to check the source and to check the credibility of the information, a piece of information that are updated like one second by 1 second.
This is difficult.
Yeah,
this is difficult.
Truly, really difficult.
Both of us are editors, by the way, so we are facing the same problem. Yes?
Yeah, it's really difficult, and I really know what you are suffering from. So God being with you.
Especially when it comes to checking words that have shadows of meaning, that connotate certain meanings, and that are used by certain press agencies in order to give a certain idea about things.
Actually, they're imposing their opinions on people. They don't leave people to judge.
That's really true.
Yeah, some news agencies
because
do that.
sometimes the social media are not led or not ruled by people who are professional with a journalism background or a media background, but just activists. And sometimes from nothing you can be a famous writer because just you wrote a post and you had a plenty of followers, and it became a source for the media as a piece of information, and you became yourself as a source of information. So sometimes you are not that qualified enough to transmit this piece of information to publics and even to media. So as much as we can, we want to, the people who are working on traditional media, or as we say traditional media, to be more updated and to be more awareness how can they make use of this new world of the social media. How can they rebrand their production, and how can they research, especially nowadays we have many searching engines that can help you to search for a piece of information, the origin of this piece of information. For example, how many times it was shared, how many times it was spread before. If you have an image, it can tell you that it was the first spread on the internet like 5-6 years ago, and it wasn't there. It would sometimes spread as it is a new information or a new photo. So this is a great effort that we have all to do in order to spread this awareness, not among publics but among professional people first.
So how can make the media serve the public more?
First, to be concerned about their interests. If you thought about like 200 years ago, when they started the art of advertising and art of marketing, people were accepting everything because it was their need already. But nowadays, people who are trying to work in advertising, trying to create this need. So for media people, they are trying to need more effort, not to create the need, but at least to have a good search for the need of the audience. What they need to know, what they are interested more to be aware of, and what can be more useful for them, not as a person only, not as a person who are sitting in a sofa and receiving information, but as a community. As a national-wise, as a pan-Arab-wise, as a worldwide-wise.
Okay. In your opinion, what are the main topics that should be tackled by the media nowadays?
Spreading awareness. Spreading awareness doesn't mean that we are trying to
spreading awareness in various fields, like
various fields,
politics, education,
even
health.
how to read, even how to take a piece of information, how to search for a new information piece, and how to. This is a service media that we are talking about. How to do something, how to get the best of something. Spreading awareness doesn't mean that you are educating people, by the way, or are trying to plan for them or think instead of them. But you are trying to give them the opportunity to have their own capability to think, to read.
Like intrigue into their minds.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, Mrs. Dalia ElGebaly, co-founder of the Independent Journalism Institute, thank you for being with us today.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you very much. And now we're going to take a short break with the news.